Hello students, welcome to third part of liposomes. In second part we were studying the various methods of liposome preparation. In this part also we will continue the same. Next method of liposome preparation is solvent injection method. In this method the lipid is prepared or dissolved in a organic solvent and it is injected in a aqueous medium which is kept at continuous agitation and at controlled temperature. So solvent injection method is again of two types. First it is ethanol injection method and another is ether injection method. So in ethanol injection method, first we are dissolving the lipids, phospholipids into ethanol solution and we are injecting it in a aqueous phase rapidly. So what happens, as we know, ethanol is miscible with water, it gets mixed with water and our phospholipids get converted into small unilamellar vesicles. Second method is ether injection method. In this method, lipids are dissolved in ether solution and this solution is slowly injected, means dropwise injected in an aqueous medium which is kept at high temperature, about 60 degrees Celsius. So it is similar to that of solvent evaporation method. So it will form a dispersion of ether solution in aqueous medium and due to heat solvent, that is ether, is evaporated and our phospholipid get converted into large unilamellar vesicles. Next method is reverse phase evaporation method. The reverse phase evaporation technique is composed of inverted micelles or water in oil emulsion in which water phase contains the intestate drug and the organic phase consists the lipids to form the liposomal bilayer. So first we must know what do you mean by inverted micelles. So this is the structure of normal micelle in which polar ends are headed towards the water, means exterior side, and the core of this micelle is non-polar end, means hydrophobic ends. But in this method we are forming the inverted micelles, means polar ends are towards the center and non-polar ends are towards the solvent. Means here solvent we are using, that is organic phase. So first we are preparing the lipid solution of solvent, then two phase system, then WO emulsion, and why it is this method is called as reverse phase, because here we are evaporating the continuous phase. So we are evaporating the organic solvent, then the micelles will come closer, they will form a gel and they get converted into vesicles, that is reverse evaporation. Next method is sonegation method. Sonegation is the most extensively used method for the preparation of small unilamellar vesicles. So here multilamellar vesicles are sonegated either with bath type sonegator or probe type sonegator under passive atmosphere, and most commonly this method is used for the resizing of the vesicles, or we can say conversion of multilamellar vesicles into small lamellar vesicles. Next method is French pressure cell method. The French pressure cell method uses process of extrusion and pushes the multilamellar vesicles through a small orifice to disperse the lipids. Means here we can see the piston for application of pressure. This is the dispersion of multilamellar vesicle, and this is outlet. Means they are with high pressure they are extruded through a small orifice. So the mechanism of extrusion we can see here. These are the multilamellar vesicle through small orifice. When they are pressed or applied the pressure, they convert into smaller size vesicles and we can get the small unilamellar vesicles. Next method is freeze thaw method. So in this method SUVs are rapidly frozen and thawed slowly. Thawing means defrosting. The short-lived sonegation disperses aggregated material to LUV, large unilamellar vesicles. The creation of large unilamellar vesicle is as a result of fusion of small unilamellar vesicles throughout the process of freezing and thawing. And main intention of preparation of liposome is to prepare the large unilamellar vesicles, because the drug loading capacity of large unilamellar vesicle is more as compared to small unilamellar vesicles as well as multilamellar vesicles. Then drug release from the liposome. Liposome can release the drug either by fusion method or by endocytosis. So being a lipid membrane, it may fuse with the cellular lipoidal membrane and the drug content may be released, or sometimes the drug content may be released by uh, diffusion or endocytosis. Liposome performance, in vitro release and stability. So in vitro drug release from liposome system was determined using dialysis sac. The release test for the targeted liposome would need to show that liposome is stable until its uptake at the site. And other than drug release, other important evaluation parameters are size, stability on storage, drug loading, its percentile, etc. Applications of liposome. As earlier we have discussed, nearly all types of drugs like hydrophilic drug, hydrophobic drug and amphipathic drugs can be loaded into the liposomes. Liposomes are also useful as a carrier for proteins in immunology. They are also useful in oral drug delivery system. They are very much useful in drug targeting, that is site specific drug delivery by modification of their surface with any antibodies or other agents. They are also useful for the sustained and controlled delivery of drugs. They are useful in the gene delivery in gene therapeutics, as well as they are very much useful for the penetration enhancement of the drug through a topical route of drug administration. So these are the applications of liposomes. So here we finish liposomes.